Hello to everyone out there. It is me once again. I'm back from being completely owned by Samoa Joe to do another video for you guys. Here to talk about something that's kind of, a big deal. Well, I know it's a lot of discussion right now on YouTube on whether it is a big deal, but I still think it's a big show. No pun intended. That's WrestleMania coming up this Sunday. And I'm just going to give my thoughts on it. Now, this will probably be two parts because, like I said, it is a big show, so I want to give my full thoughts on it. I'm going to break the card down as best as I can. Hopefully I can remember what I do now so I can do the next video later. But, like I said, we'll see what happens. So, let's just start out with the Belfast Brawl. Finlay versus JBL. Now, this match, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's necessary. They did the little hornswoggle thing. I don't know why they're doing it. Like I said, I don't know. The match itself should be good. It's going to be a hardcore match, and JBL is a brawler, and the same thing goes for Fit Finlay. Fit Finlay. WCW. Like I said, they're both good brawlers, and put them in a hardcore match. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. Like I said, the whole thing, how they're setting this up, not the best idea. Hopefully it's gonna help to switch around the whole, what do you call it, McMahon illegitimate son storyline. I'm still hoping that they come around and say, like, yes, the DNA test or whatever were false. Hornswoggle's not your son, and it still ends up being Kennedy. I would love that, but like I said, I don't know what they're gonna do with it, so we gotta wait to see that. But the match, like I said, it should be good for a hardcore match. I don't know what a Belfast Brawl is. I'm guessing just gonna be a hardcore match with a shillelagh involved. It should be good. So, kind of looking forward to that. The build-up is kind of, but like I said, for a hardcore match, it's not going to be any Edge and Mick Foley, but for a hardcore match, it should be good. And then we go on to a match that I hate to admit this because you guys know how I feel about Dave Batista. I actually want to see this match, which is Batista versus Umaga. This is the whole SmackDown versus Raw, whole SmackDown versus Raw match. One thing right off the bat that I don't like about this is that, yes, they're doing SmackDown versus Raw, but that right there is totally ignoring their other brand, which is ECW. I mean, in 2005, when they did Kurt Angle versus, I know this is a hard, not that fair to judge this match against the other match, which is Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, but, the whole thing was Raw versus SmackDown. Now, 2008, you got another brand to think about, and you're pretty much just pushing this aside with, something else that's coming up soon that I'm going to talk about. But in any event, like I said, this match should be good. I don't know if it's going to steal the show, but like I said, it should be a good match. I'm sort of becoming a fan of Umaga. Like I said, in the ring, he's a beast. Dave, he's getting better. Like I said, I hate to admit it because I don't like the guy. He's getting a little better in the ring. And like I said, you put these two together, of course it's not going to be in the Batista and Undertaker match, but it still should be a good match. Like I said, the whole Raw versus SmackDown thing, the only reason I think they're doing that is so they can move Umaga over to SmackDown, which would be a smart thing to do. But other than that, just the reason to call it a Raw versus SmackDown match is kind of lame. I think it's kind of played out because they're not even really, like playing up to that whole thing, Raw versus SmackDown anymore. And then we go to which I just learned about tonight, a 24-man battle royal for basically a #1 contender shot at the ECW championship. This I could care less about. I mean, they're not even putting this on the freaking pay-per-view, which is sad. They're showing it on WWE.com. If they were smart, they would put this on the pre-show of the pay-per-view and everything, so people can see that for free, and in turn they will want to order the pay-per-view. I mean, like I said, some people, not everyone has, cable, the internet access and, pay-per-view and all that, but, just the way they set this whole thing up, I don't know. Like I said, it really doesn't matter to me because the match, it's not even going to be that big of a deal. 24-man with a bunch of big guys in the ring like Great Khali, Big Daddy V, and Mark Henry. I mean, you know who's going to get shut out. So, but yeah, you got guys like Kofi Kingston, which should be good. Jamie Noble also, Shannon Moore. But then you got a couple guys like Val Venus and all those in there who really don't matter. I'm predicting that either Kane or Tommy Dreamer will win this and go ahead and face Chavo. Which, Kane, I wouldn't mind seeing as ECW champion. But honestly, after watching ECW tonight, I kind of want to see, God, what is his name? God, just lost it. Tommy Dreamer. I would love to see Tommy Dreamer as ECW champion, especially like somebody like WrestleMania. I mean, I know it's not that big for ECW, but I would like to see that. And like I said, hopefully he wins, and then, I think if he wins, he'll go ahead and take the ECW championship. But I can't really see anyone else winning. Like I said, either Tommy Dreamer or Kane will win that match and probably go on to win the title. But anybody else winning that Battle Royal and going on to face Chavo, I see Chavo just retaining that title. I don't know, retaining the title. Oh yeah, by the way, my predictions for the other match, I'm saying Finlay for the Belfast Brawl, and I'm gonna go with Batista for the Raw versus SmackDown match. And then we go on to, let's choose a big match, shall we? Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank is going to be huge. This is the match I'm looking so forward to because pretty much each guy in this match, I love in the ring. I love all these guys in the ring. Like I said, this should be a tremendous match. I would love to see Jeff Hardy with these guys, but of course we're not going to get that. I'm not going to cry over that because it really doesn't matter. Like I said, it would have just been extra toppers on top of this whole thing. Of course, Shelton Benjamin in a ladder match, we're going to get something crazy. He does it, for the last two that he was in. He did some amazing things, especially in that first one. Of course, Chris Jericho. I don't know if they mentioned the whole thing about him creating this match, but you also have that. Carlito, seen Carlito in a ladder match. He's done pretty good. MVP, who's a personal favorite of mine. I actually want to see in a ladder match. I actually wanted to see him versus Matt Hardy for the U.S. title in a ladder match, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure they're going to continue that feud, but who knows? CM Punk, who is pretty much the flat-out favorite right now after Jeff Hardy's not in there. And you got John Morrison, who is, like I said, another personal favorite of mine. Of course, he had ladder matches with, when he was with Eminem, the 4-way at Armageddon, which I saw live, which was great. And then, the ladder match he had with Jeff Hardy on Raw in like 2006 or so. He can do some good things. And then you got Mr. Kennedy, who was last year's Mr. Money in the Bank. This year, maybe not. I'm not really sure about that. Only time will tell. But, like I said, my pick, I'm hoping MVP, but I seriously doubt it. Or Kennedy, but like I said, I seriously doubt it. CM Punk looks like the favorite to go on and win the Money in the Bank and move on to SmackDown, which would be my guess, and do some stuff, which I will talk about in my next video. And then we can talk about Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels, which is, a lot of people saying should be the main event. Me, I'm not saying that. Yes, it's going to be a great match. Only thing I have wrong with this match does absolutely nothing for HBK other than say I can wrestle Ric Flair in his last match. It should have been someone like Kennedy or somebody else, I don't know. But Kennedy looked like the logical choice. Somebody that can, say, basically pass the torch. Flair losing this match is not passing the torch to Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels has accomplished so much. Actually, he's accomplished everything. There's really nothing else he can do. This is just like I said, I want to see the match, but Shawn Michaels, this does nothing for Shawn Michaels' career at all. With that said, my guess is HBK is gonna win. Hopefully, Ric Flair has one great match left in him, and he really needs to pull it out here because we need to see a good match between these two. Like I said, I would love to see someone else, but since we get this is what we watch, and hopefully it's going to be a good match. And in my heart, I think it's going to be good. The last, I think it's like 4 or 5 matches I got a preview. That will be in the next video in a couple days. Part 3 of Samoa Joe is coming. Don't worry about that. I'll check you guys later.